Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad.
I'm Susan.
And welcome. We're here to talk. Launched a new video today. If you have not seen it, I have revealed one of my deepest, darkest secrets.
Yes.
Which you just have to watch the video to figure out what it is. And then I built something to address it. No, I'm just kidding. It's we did a cabinet for my office, and the reveal is the state of my office, which is
Vastly improved.
Thank you. I was going
at least in one corner.
At least in one corner.
Right.
One wall, and we. I guess that is the corner as well. We feel a lot better about it, but it is the beginning of the entire office makeover. So I am very excited about that because that's gonna be a big.
It's been a long time coming.
A biggie.
Yes.
So if you saw in the video, if you've not seen the video yet, spoiler.
Yeah.
It was just a hot mess.
And it was
in
not
there.
Staged in any way, shape,
No.
or form.
No,
That's
it wasn't.
just real life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. So that is the video. Go check it out. It is seems to be doing well. It seems like people are liking it. So a big shout out to Chris, our editor. He did a great job on it, and
Yes.
And he came up with a title actually, which was great. The title was something like "My Dirty Secret."
Oh,
What was
yeah.
it? I have a dirty
I
secret.
have a dirty secret.
And I built a cabinet to hide it.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Just the mess.
That's
yeah.
like clicky, but not clickbaity, because it is all
Just
completely
clickable.
factual.
Yes.
Clickable. Yeah.
It was good.
Clicky. All right. Let's see. Before we get into things, we want to welcome a few new members to the Builders Club. We had Salina Hernandez and Alan Caquilala. So I'm going with
Caquilala.
Caquilala or Caquilala, like Caquilala.
Caquilala? Caquilala?
You guys let me know if
We don't know,
sorry
but it's
about
cool.
that, Alan. I nailed the Alan. Alan, I've got it.
Right, we got that.
And thank you guys so much for joining the Builders Club. That's basically where the folks are getting early information, like insider trading. They're getting insider
Right.
trading on all the Fix This Build That happenings. They get early access to videos, as well as free plans, shout outs in the lives, and shout outs and their name on the banner at the end of our videos. So if you're interested in any of that and you're interested in supporting the channel, you can go over to fixthisbuildthat.com/Builders Club. So check it out. This thing's turn this off. It's gonna bother me. All right, and thank you to all the Builders Club members that are here in the audience. Okay,
Hey,
cool. Here's like in your mouth.
thank you for that.
Yes, no
I hear
problem.
people moving around upstairs.
People are moving upstairs. Let's see who we have. Speaking of upstairs, let's scroll back upstairs to the top of the comments. We got Katie and Pat and Scott. Scott's in here early. Love it. Daniel Pikes. What's up, Daniel? Ryan Matthews. Who else we got here? JD Creations. We got Will. Tyrone. Daniel Pikes. What's up, guys? What's up? Robbie Flair. Tundra in the house. All right. Mark Handy, Alan Isaac, and Teresa, Aggie fan.
All right.
Awesome. Cool. Good little crew here. I don't think I queued up the right thing for the beer of the week, but beer of the week. I'm going back one more time. These were hidden in the back of the fridge.
Yeah, they're hiding out back there.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Chicken scratch. And I'm back to water.
And Susan is back to water. Oh, we do have a mealtime.
We do. We have mealtime. It's exciting. It's a cool package too.
Chicken scratch, American Pilsner. Yeah, because I think this was still Lagunitas. Yep, not Hazy Wonder
No.
IPA, although that was delicious.
It was good.
We polished those off, and
They're gone.
they're gone. They gone.
Hazies don't last long around here.
So we do have a meal, but coming up this week, I will actually be going to Vid Summit. So if you've ever heard of VidCon, is like the big, one of the big like YouTube conventions, but Vid Summit is a newer one, but it's been around for a few years now. I think maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't know. And Daryl Eves is the guy that puts it on, as well as I think Mr. Beast now has a stake in that and ownership in
I'll tell you that.
the company and the project. There's like a fly coming around here, and we need to get
The gun.
the salt gun.
Yes.
I won't say the other one. Like cancel us.
I know. Yeah, it's not really.
No, just salt.
It's just
not
salt.
Yeah.
Right. It's Nothing.
Anyway,
Totally.
going out, that is
Let's
in
try to
LA,
fly.
so I'm going to be in LA. We're going to be out there, Chris and I together. So I'm going to get to meet Chris for the first time in person.
Yeah.
We talk daily on Skype, but I've never
Did
met
you
him
say
in person.
Chris is our editor?
I did.
Yes. I missed that
Mentioned
part.
that earlier.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool. We're gonna go out there and learn about YouTubes and just kind of help us with the channel and direction, and just we're always trying to get better. Whether that's the woodworking or any skill that you want to do. And one of the skills that obviously our business really relies on is storytelling and YouTube in general. And so we're pretty stoked to go check that out.
Yeah.
And we'll have all the things on replay so you can watch them. I don't know if I told you that.
What?
On you'll be able to watch them.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, we got like an online pass thing.
Very cool.
So, all right. So that's what's gonna be happening next week. So definitely not a project next week. I can without a doubt tell you that. All right. What do we got? Let's see here. Oh gosh, we're talking about somebody chopping a finger off or something.
What?
That's not good.
Ooh.
JD Creation says we're his favorite couple on YouTube.
Yay.
Not in real life, I hope.
Well,
but
yeah.
Daniel says that, Brad, was that your cat?
No.
No. Technically, no. He is our adopted cat.
We love him so much.
Yes.
He's not ours.
He is not our cat. We do not
Yes.
own him. We do not feed him.
We don't.
We do give him an occasional treat here and there.
Yes.
Just like the little,
Like
treat
little
things.
itty bitty ones.
And
He.
we give him lots and lots of pets. And our kids give him lots of
Yes.
hugs and snuggles. And because he hangs out on our front porch. He hangs out on our front porch a lot. He'll hang out on the back porch. He's just always around.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
a
neighborhood
neighbor
cat.
cat.
He's an outdoor neighborhood cat.
Right.
But he has
So-
kind of proclaimed us as his desired
We're
hangout
like his
spot.
home away from home, I think.
Where's home away from home?
And and so we know his mom. We've
Yes.
met her, and so every once in a while she might text us and be like, "Hey, have you seen him?" Or so.
Yeah, he's over here taking a nap.
It's good, yeah.
Don't worry about
But
it. He's napping in the planter.
I feel like that is our kid's favorite activity. His
It
name
is.
is Biddy.
His name is
And
Biddy.
they're
Watching
always
the cat.
like, "Is Biddy outside? Is Biddy outside?" They're always looking for him because he is so sweet. He is. Even if you're not a cat person, you would like.
I'm
this
not typically a cat guy, but
Yeah, although
I do love me
during
some
that
Biddy.
project,
Oh, he was trying to get in the paint.
he
Oh
was
my gosh.
ridiculous.
He was attacking the thing.
oh my gosh.
I had to sit. After I spray painted. So if you've
Yeah.
not seen the video, look for the cat in the video. But I was
adorable.
outdoor spraying, and then as I'm spraying, he comes creeping along because he's always wanting to
He
check
loves
stuff out.
tarps,
And if
yeah.
you have cats, you probably
Right.
know this better than I.
What?
Just the cats want to check everything out.
Oh,
And
right,
so
right.
And I wet paint, and I'm like, I
He's got
can't,
black
he was
fur,
and
yeah.
he sat down, and he looked up at one point, and I'm like, oh no, because that's right before they pounce, and I was like, if this cat jumps on my freshly painted, I'm gonna
no.
have a conniption fit. And
Right.
so I was like, get out of here.
It was the worst because he is very curious. And then we've done projects outside before where we've had to have a tarp down, if you're doing lawn projects or I don't know, other builds, I guess even, or maybe the outdoor stuff we did this summer. And we found out he really likes being underneath a tarp. He just likes
Just
that.
go in there and explore. It's
Yeah,
like a
and
bag,
his little
cats
tail will
love
be
bags.
sticking out. So funny. But so that your paint you had it was
I
sitting
thought
on
he
a
was just gonna
tarp. And so he
jump
was
up
just
there.
completely sucked in. So we were having to
was so
sit
funny.
out there and monitor his behavior because you'd be drying
it's-
stuff.
I
And the
was
minute you
so sure he
looked
was gonna
away,
go.
he would run right over there for the drawer fronts and everything.
All right. Katie
It's funny.
says she loves the color on you.
What? Oh, the green?
The green.
Thanks.
She says you wear it well.
Well,
That's
thank
not
you,
exactly
Katie.
what she said,
Appreciate
but
that.
whatever. Lumber is at
Ooh.
630
What?
per
Oh,
630 per 1,000 board feet. That seems to
is that
be
good?
going up. Oh, Katie
Woo!
Lockridge.
Katie Lockridge, making
I
it
love
rain.
that this is actually working. This is fantastic.
Yay!
Katie, thank you so much for
That's
the
awesome.
super chat. All right. I love that. And that was actually a super sticker, technically, than the super chat. I've realized those are different things.
Oh,
Like a
good
sticker
to
is the
know.
stickers. We'll have to scroll down there and see
So
that
what's
in
the
a minute.
difference between a super chat and a super sticker?
One is a chatting text and the other is a sticker.
Oh,
She's got the, it's like the anime
my goodness,
raccoon or fox holding a trophy.
like you do.
Katie, you win the trophy. That's what, there's little things going on.
Brad likes to kill flies.
Yeah, Katie was just sending me a DM through Instagram asking me about a bit for drilling in metal. So Katie, I hope that worked out for you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
What else?
Jonathan
I can't read any of this.
Areses, what's up? Speaking
Hey,
of
Jonathan.
Jonathan Areses,
I thought it was Reese's.
A Reese's.
It's
sorry.
Reese's,
A
yeah.
Reese's. Yeah, Reese's.
I
What did
feel like
say?
you probably
Did I say
said it right
Reese's?
the first
Yeah,
time, and now
my
I've
bad.
corrected you, and it's
All right,
not.
we have mail, and this is from our, I'll say the long time, I'm trying to think, this is from our supplier of hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Our supplier
Brad
of hot
has
sauce.
been, we had pulled pork tonight, and Brad poured half the bottle of the hot sauce. It was a lot. He had the barbecue sauce on top of it, and then the kids and I were like, oh my gosh, you're gonna die. He just like poured so much. And then you didn't make a comment, so it must not have been that
was
bad.
great. It wasn't Apollo. Jonathan sent the Apollo.
Oh yeah, no, it's
No, that I would
you'd
have
be
been
like
dead.
he would not be here right
But
now.
this is from Drew Hall. Sorry if we didn't mention that. So Drew.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Hashtag stay spicy. From Drew out of Gray, Tennessee. Where is Gray, Tennessee?
I don't
even
know.
What that is. Ooh, let's see.
I could
Let's see what's in
Google
here.
it.
So this is from Hedonist, which
Stay
I think is this
spicy.
Hedonist. Is that
Hedonist?
is that the
Pure
channel guys? The not the
I thought
First
you were
We
asking me
Feast.
what I don't know.
Is that theirs? Jonathan will know. Jonathan, who's is Hedonist? That's the those are those
I
guys.
know what
right?
happened, but it means if you're
Stay
hedonistic, but I
spicy.
don't know.
But it's hedonist, not hedonist.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
spicy.
clever.
Stay spicy, my friend.
That's very clever.
It is. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's
Look,
see
it's
what we
got
got.
it's even like right
it's
here.
got some hops in it too. Oh, it is. Look, it's the First We Feast guys. Okay, I'm gonna line them up. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh, dude, I am starting to really get. Oh, this is fantastic.
Brad is so excited.
This is fantastic. Okay.
What is that one? That looks awesome.
All right, here we go. So we've got 3 different varieties. So if you guys don't know, this kind of, here, can I just?
I think you probably pulled the top part.
There we go.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right, Hoff.
What is this
So
one?
Drew has been. So Hoff sauce is out of Tennessee. It's out of the tri-state.
I think it's out of Chattanooga, right?
And it is at Chattanooga. That's
Yeah.
not the tri-state. Chattanooga. Hoss sauce. Hoss.
Hoss
So
sauce.
it's
It
like
looks
some kind of
German.
German. Clearly,
Yeah.
it definitely looks German.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a German hat. Let's see. I don't think that will. It's not going to autofocus, but
No.
hopefully you can see that.
Let me look at
little
that.
dude.
How is it a hot German sauce?
I don't know.
I like the mustache he's
I'm
got
very
going on
interested in
now.
that. Is that for like pretzel? It's got a guy with a pretzel on there.
Oh.
Your everyday hot sauce. All right,
Oh.
Hoss sauce. And then this is from First We Feast, Los Calientes.
Oh my gosh.
And this I think this one is fairly tame. Okay, heat level 5 out of 10.
Ah,
We can
Middle
do
of
that.
the road.
We can do that.
yeah.
And then
For
the
me, that's
last
probably
one
like a 7.
is Queen Majesty.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, this sounds
Queen
delightful.
Majesty.
Jalapeno, tequila, and lime
Look
hot
at the
sauce.
graphics, like what do you call that? The imagery on that. So cool looking.
This sounds
It's so refined looking.
delightful.
Jalapeno.
All right, we are super stoked about this. Heat
Oh my
level
gosh.
medium. This is great. So Jonathan tried to kill us, which Jonathan I do appreciate because I did.
I
like
mean, we had warning.
I did like. I mean, he did, but that will last me the rest of my life. But awesome,
Yes.
Drew. Thank you so much. I can't wait to dig into these. All
Thank
these seem
you.
really interesting. What is this one? A tip of the cap to the German heritage of Hoss sauce is a palate-pleasing blend of farm fresh chilies, black mustard seed, and the slightest touch of clover honey.
Sounds
go.
good.
It does. All right. We like hot sauce around here. Goes with woodworking. All right. Yes, Mark, the kids are always asking to give the cat a treat. We're like,
Oh my
"No."
gosh. Well, actually, they're a lot better now. We barely ever give him treats anymore. I feel like.
No, we
It's
don't.
just
He's been lured in.
attention. Like, he just comes for the love, and he likes to lay on all the things that Brad has built outside,
Yes.
the outdoor furniture,
All right.
covered in fur.
Oh gosh, I thought that was closed. I thought that was closed.
Glad you didn't.
Los Calientes is great. Jonathan says it's the halfway sauce. Oh yeah, because they're like it's like right before it starts.
Right before it gets really crazy.
Right before it gets really crazy.
I've only watched one of those.
I think there's like maybe one more, but yeah. If y'all don't watch Hot Ones with Sean Evans, right? I think Sean Evans.
I don't know.
It's like my favorite. I don't ever watch interviews, but he sits down and he eats wings with them with varying levels of hot sauce, starting from like mild all the way up to the last dab Apollo, which Jonathan sent me a bottle of.
I cannot
Which
imagine
you will
eating
die.
that.
Like people are like
on the
sweating their
wings.
face. It's like the Pocky challenge almost.
Pocky challenge.
The one chip challenge.
Oh.
Pocky one chip
I was
challenge.
thinking like the Pocky like cookie bar things.
Oh, no.
Like,
So
I
anyway,
need those all day.
that's what this
Not a
whole
hard
thing is about.
challenge.
But yeah, go check that. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out. Hot ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's hear. We got a bunch of people either praising or mourning their loss of football this week.
No.
Yeah, the Titans won, so that was awesome.
It's good.
Held on.
Who'd they play?
Katie, allergic to jalapenos, so she's a
Oh,
budget
no.
Hispanic.
That would be a problem.
That would be. I love jalapenos. Jalapenos are
Jalapenos.
great.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, we get food from Jersey Mike's. We get sandwiches on like most Sundays, and I went and picked it up, and I did our normal order, or so I thought. But instead of putting banana peppers on there, which you have like gotten me on board with the banana peppers over the years. I did not start off on board with banana peppers, but I just said jalapenos, not thinking about it.
They're delightful.
Or no, you got them.
You got them once, and I got them once.
Right. Well, the first time that he got them recently, I did not know they were in the sandwich, and I took a bite, and I got like a whole slice of a jalapeno in my mouth. And I was like, oh! It just got worse and worse. Oh, it was bad.
Yes.
But you got to know they're happening. I do
Yes.
like jalapeno poppers, and it's been a long time since
Yeah,
I've
jalapeno
had
poppers
one.
don't have any heat. in them.
Really? Well, that's why I like them.
Yeah.
I'm not sad about that.
Let's see here. We got people just all kinds of arguing back and forth with football teams. I love it.
Oh man.
Sean Evans, a bottle of the Last Dab, a redo year 2, signed by Sean. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, like Sean Evans, he's like the best interviewer. He's just so good, and he's doing the whole thing while he's eating like crazy hot sauce.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to
So-
faze him very much at all.
No, it doesn't.
That's
but-
crazy. I wonder if there's like science behind that, like, about people building up their tolerance
Oh,
to
he
the
still
hot
gets
sauce.
but he's still
But not compared to the people.
sometimes.
Really?
Depends. Sometimes you'll just catch him on an off day.
Oh.
Yeah. Or when they came back because they broke for a long time for
Oh. He
The
was
thing.
like out of shape.
yeah, and he was out of shape. Exactly.
Crazy.
All right. So anyway, what do you got? there's like ban. Willie wants me to ban Travis because he's a Packers fan. But that's okay. So yeah, we have some
Yeah.
Packers in the bloodline. Susan is a
Yep.
Packers fan. Her grandparents are big Packer fans.
My grandparents were huge Packers fans.
Grew up in Wisconsin, or well, I guess lived in the U.S. in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
When did they move over? Because they're from.
So my grandma was born. She was
German.
born here, but she had
they were
like.
from Germany.
Well, they were from Russia. They were
that's right.
Germans that lived in Russia. It was a whole thing. They belonged to
All
this
right, when
whole
did they come
society.
over?
Whatever. I don't know. Like, so my grandma had. I should know that. My grandma had 7 brothers and sisters, or 8, and the oldest was born on the boat coming over. So she was definitely first generation.
Okay.
They landed in Nebraska, and then they worked their way over to.
That's impressive.
I know.
They landed from a boat in Nebraska.
That's right.
What kind of boat was that?
I don't know.
They landed
yeah.
in Nebraska.
They were in Nebraska, and then they went to Milwaukee. And my grandpa's family was the same way. He's
All right, here,
Christian.
I love it. We have a question here. I'm going to latch on. Throw your questions out. DIY home improvement, anything on the project, whatever. If not, we'll just talk about hot sauce and football and German people. Ryan says, anyone got opinions on the Flex brand from Lowe's? And it's interesting you say that, Ryan, because for a while I didn't know who they were either. They're like, it seemed like a new brand and a new, entry to the market. And I believe it replaced their Cobalt line,
Oh.
which technically it was not so Rigid. Most people think that Rigid is owned by Home Depot, but it's not. It is just a sole. Like my brain is such Swiss cheese. They are not. They're proprietary. They
Sole
are.
proprietor?
No. They're singular. The
They're
only people.
diving and swimming.
They're the only people that can sell there.
Oh, they have like a. What's the name of that? Like Heart with Walmart.
Yes. That doesn't help at all. I'm looking for the word. I know what it
I
means.
don't know the word for that.
Somebody help me out here. Anyway,
They have a
they're an
partnership?
exclusive. They're exclusive.
Exclusivity?
Yes. There's another word, but that wasn't it. Anyway,
Yeah.
Flex Home Depot. So Rigid is actually a company owned by TTI, a bunch of different things. Who owns
Those are-
Milwaukee
What?
and Ryobi and Rigid and a few other brands. Hart. But I don't know actually Cobalt if Cobalt was the same way or not. But Flex is not owned by Lowe's. Flex is a brand under the Chevron brand, which I always want to say Chevron whenever I see that, but it's Chevron. And yeah, proprietary. I thought, yeah, exclusive proprietary. Thank you guys. But they are owned by Chevron, who makes.
That fly just attacked you.
You did. He just landed like right in my beard. He's like, "What up?" They're owned by Chevron, who also owns Ego, the Ego brand, lawn.
Oh yeah.
Battery-powered lawn tools, as well as Skill Saw and Skill. Like I said, the Skill and Skill Saw, the Skill and Skill Saw brands, and there's one other. It's more like you probably wouldn't recognize them.
How did you figure all this out? Did you just
There's
digging one day?
No. There's a great like. My gosh, I'm just so out of it. There's a great iconograph, pictograph. Yeah. No. What are they called? Wow, I'm losing
Iconograph.
it. No, not iconograph.
You said it first.
What do you? I know, but that's not what I mean.
Oh.
What do they call them?
What do they call them?
My
This is
gosh,
riveting,
guys, help me out.
folks.
The thing. It's like a web graphic, infographic.
Infographic.
There's a great infographic. Wow, help me, guys.
What is going on?
I don't know. Hot sauce. This hot sauce is getting to me.
Wow.
Anyway, infographic that shows like all the brands, because there's been so much consolidation. So it shows like every tool brand and how they roll up to the different ownership groups. And so like Stanley Black & Decker now owns like Black & Decker and DeWalt and Craftsman. And so like some companies own a bunch of brands, like TTI owns all those brands. And then some are like, I think Bosch owns like one other brand, I think. And then Makita is like just Makita, but Flex is one of those. So my whole point in saying all of that is just that it's not a Lowe's brand. It is a company that makes batteries, and they're really good at making, they make the cordless tools. They're really good at making cordless tools. Chevron makes awesome cordless tools. So I would be, as far as like battery technology and power, and just from seeing some of the demonstrations, they look amazing. I've never used them. But just knowing the company and knowing what they've made in the past with the other brands, I would definitely support the battery capacity. And I don't know, like the tools, so like the batteries, the power and everything. But everything that I've seen, they look amazing, honestly. They look really good.
What happened to Cobalt?
I don't know. Maybe they just want to refresh. Maybe the sales are going down. Typically, like if something like that's happening, right, it's not resonating anymore or whatever. And so they're like, hey, we need something new. Or they got a better deal, because that's the other thing too. Well, because the thing is, like Home Depot lost Ego. Ego is now exclusive, or proprietary to Lowe's, and that was actually part of the deal. Actually, now that I think about that, I bet you that's what it is. We look at that. We just did it. We just
speculation.
Detective work. Oh no, it's for sure. Right. So they probably said, hey, we'll do the tools, and then Lowe's said, yeah, we'll take you in, but you have to give us Ego and Dropkick Home Depot, which that's great because Ego is like a big brand. I mean, they're like great tools, and like so for Depot to lose them and that to go to Lowe's, I mean, that I'm sure was a
Does Home Depot have a different?
Deal.
Do they have a different tool to replace Ego?
I mean, Ego is like top of the line cordless outdoor tools.
Right.
There's really, I don't know who competes with them. Like, there's a bunch of people that have cordless, but Ego is like top of the line.
He's back.
Seriously.
When flies attack. There's a fly swatter right there, honey. If you sliced open a fly on live, that would be disgusting.
If I slice, I do.
There is. Oh.
Katie coming in hot.
Nice.
This is contribution for the better beer. Thank you, Katie.
Appreciate it.
This is not that better beer.
It's good beer.
This is good beer. But
just...
I think you knew that I almost grabbed a Bud Light today, so.
Yes.
We will definitely get that. All right, fly. Next time the fly comes around, I'm nailing them.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's surprising that Home Depot would let go of Ego.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I don't know that they let go of them. My point being that I bet Lowe's just was like, we'll let you, because they let them put the Flex tool line. I mean, that's like you're opening up like right? Because they're already selling. Their stuff's going to sell just as well at Lowe's as it does at Home Depot, I assume.
You would
Right?
assume.
I mean, it's like ego. But yeah, Home Depot. I mean, I did a sponsored thing with Home Depot, like fully on ego tools.
Yeah, not that long ago, really.
Like 2 years ago, yeah.
I mean,
It was before
yeah.
the whole
Been
thing
over
happened.
there. Yeah.
And yeah, so it's crazy. I bet that's what happened. That would be my guess is what happened, is that
You heard it here first.
Lowe's wanted that line. Shervon was they were like asking people about who wants to come in and replace Cobalt. And Shervon's like, we'll make a whole new line for you. And they're like, okay, we'll let you in here. And by the way, bring all your ego tools.
I like how this started off as a very simple question. And now we have created our own conspiracy theory about the inner workings of all of this.
Thank you. Everybody bailed me out with the infographic.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is that?
Katie is just like making it rain. We're gonna have to get some really good beer for next week.
We'll have some champagne out here.
Yes. All right. And let's see here. Will says that Lowe's got rid of Porter Cable and is also shrinking Metabo. Do they own Metabo?
What is it?
So actually,
Lowe's
No.
or Home Depot?
so Hitachi and Metabo joined, and Hitachi went away as a brand and became, I believe, Metabo HPT or something. I mean, it's like super weird. Metabo is typically a European brand.
Okay.
Hitachi's
But we're not talking about Makita, we're talking
No.
about
Metabo, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not up to date. I'm not like the tool review guy, but yeah.
He doesn't
No,
even have that one.
Scott, that is actually not true. Home Depot is not TTI because so a branch of TTI is dedicated to Home Depot, but not TTI in general because TTI is Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is sold at all kinds of different places. And TTI owns Hart, which is now in Walmart. So a portion, Rigid and Ryobi, which are TTI brands, are solely Home Depot, but TTI is not
It's
exclusive.
like we need like a flow
I know, you're
chart
like-
here. Yeah.
Yes,
Everyone's out there Googling infographics
that's right.
on this right now.
Yeah.
Um,
And Tyrone just said Porter Cable's going exclusively at Tractor Supply, and I did see that. I see that.
Did you know?
Tyler, DIY Tyler did a post on that they were going there.
I was listening to a podcast recently about how a lot of businesses are actually going into the opposite of what we've been thinking, that they have taken advantage of the high inventory of like not office but like retail space that's available since so many places went under. And it was a lot of, like up and coming brands that like were able to afford a brick and mortar store and everything. But then they were saying that as much as there are brands that have been gone out of business and stores that have gone out of business, dollar stores and Tractor Supply have opened like an insane number of stores
sense. I
all over right now.
Yeah, I should.
That's
I
interesting.
used to work at a dollar store.
Well, like for a dollar store. You didn't work at the dollar store.
It sounds cooler if I say that. I should call some of my old people. Actually,
Yeah.
one of the guys that's on here.
No, I bet they are
sometimes. He hasn't been
so
on here in a
busy,
while, but yeah.
right? Like, because they were saying that like the dollar stores is the top
yeah.
one that they mentioned.
For sure.
And then Tractor Supply is actually headquartered in Nashville, was in Brentwood.
I tried
right?
to work for them, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't have me. All right. By the way, I was just picking. Oh, let's get this one. So, I haven't done a lot. I haven't showed a lot yet with it, but this I designed this. This is a little phone holder. Did I show this in the
You
live?
did.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
no,
Well,
not live. You showed me.
Oh.
I think you said you showed me that.
I
This. I'm like,
I
yeah.
designed this little phone holder. I designed it in Fusion 360. It's just a little.
Hold the phone.
Yep, hold the phone. And it's all laser cut. I did that on the Glowforge, and so that it says 0.08 millimeters because I was testing the fit of this. I designed it and printed it, and yeah, it's super cool.
Yep.
I like it. I was thinking about like making some of these for like fix this build that ones and like Patreon.
This
Send
might be
some
like
Patreon
what
folks.
everyone we know gets for Christmas.
It might be.
Because
just
we
get a
won't be able
phone
to
holder.
get
I have
anything.
another one that has
Oh.
like because I can put logos and stuff on there.
I also
really cool.
heard recently that Amazon is like super, busy because people are buying their Christmas presents early right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So I don't know if you're in that boat.
So you're robbing
We are
me.
not that together. We do
No,
not
you're
know
not.
what we're getting anyone
If
for
I started
Christmas
my
yet.
own tool brand, what would I name it? Ooh, that's good.
gosh.
And what colors would I use?
What
All right,
would
hold on. It's coming in
what would
hot.
you name it?
If I started my own tool brand,
Buy this tool.
dude, that's a great. I would love to like sit and brainstorm about that. So one thing, Chris, our editor, he's got a very similar sense of humor to me, which is he's a bit younger than I am,
Yeah.
but not. I think he's in his mid-30s, mid to late 30s. Anyway, and he. Should I have said that? I shouldn't say that. Sorry.
Why should you have not said that?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want people to know how old he is.
Well, you don't know either. You're speculating.
I know how old he is.
Okay, whatever. Point is, he's a little bit younger than you.
Yes, but anyway,
But not
he's got
like
a
20
similar
years younger
right.
than you.
But it's like
Right.
I feel like there's it's just like the humor based. Like if I'm, talking about like the Budweiser frogs. Oh my
He
gosh!
just dive bombed us. Where is he?
This guy is
He's got a death wish.
he's vicious.
He's
I mean,
a
it's like-
vicious fly.
Holy cow! When a fly is like
and
this
it's
far
you
from your
every
eyeball,
time.
when it's like this
He's
far
like-
from your eyeball, it looks like it's like the size of a bowling ball.
Okay. So
I'm really
he's,
disturbed by this.
He went over there.
Freaking
So,
fly.
so Chris.
Yeah. Anyway, so
He-
we when we brainstormed together, we come up with like we were just like dying laughing. So
They
I think
crack
I
each
think
other
we could
up
I think
a
we
lot.
could come up with a really good brand name, but it would be
Oh
like
yeah. Well, he's also
it
really
would be
creative.
like it is. It'd be like 8th grade humor. It'd be like
Yeah.
yeah.
What would it be?
Well, I don't know. I won't go there. Or it would it'd be like some like super like macho. I would want it to be like I would want it to be like a funny name. Like
Yeah.
something that's like Blue Steel or something.
Blue
like
Steel.
like some kind of reference to like maybe not reference to a movie, but it'd be like Blue Steel. And then we'd have like this special line that was like Magnum. That would be
Yeah.
I would go with that. I'd go with Blue Steel, and then the top of the line that would be like Blue Steel would be like the entry level tools, and then Magnum would be like the hefty stuff.
Right.
If you're not familiar with that reference, are you
I
familiar
don't.
with that
I mean,
reference?
not really.
I
Blue
didn't think
Steel
so,
I
'cause you're
get,
kinda
but Magnum, I'm like,
Magnum, that was the one he was working on.
dude, it has been a
We need to watch that.
long time
Right. So anyway,
since I've seen that movie. Like
what's that movie even called?
15 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here. Let me. Do not hit me.
I almost hit you in the face.
That would be the end of the live. That'd be the end of you.
We're gonna have to go to replay on that one and see how close because that's probably
You
good
know
for you.
how I feel about this thing flying around anyway. I'm always like, there's bug guts just flying every which way.
I knew what I was doing. I had
knew what you were
did. I didn't
doing.
hit you, did I? I had a measured approach.
Did you get him?
No, I didn't get him. I thought I
course.
got. I took a couple swings.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, yes. So that would be the line.
All right. And
Back on
and the
track.
colors would be it would definitely be gray and black. Susan,
Of course.
we started
Of course.
the cabinet. We did the cabinet, right? And the cabinet's like a darker gray, and then we paint. I swear to goodness. I'm gonna like slap the camera. Like if he lands on the lens, I'm just going. I'm sorry. Like it might blow up the whole thing.
Gosh.
I'm willing to destroy my camera at this point for this vlog.
You are not.
I mean, I would do it.
Okay.
This isn't gonna.
Let it go. Let it go.
All right.
So we were in the office looking at the new cabinet.
Dark
and
gray,
everything.
light gray wall.
Medium gray. Dark.
Yeah.
Medium to dark.
And then Susan says, I feel like we need some color in here. And I said, this is my office. I don't feel like we need any color. This is what I like. And then she looked at me. And
Even
was like,
still, you've changed your pants, but it doesn't matter.
no, well, I did. It's kind of blue. She looked at me and she goes, literally everything you're wearing is gray.
Everything. The shirt, the joggers, the shoes, and the hat. They were all gray. All gray. And he's like, well, yeah, it's my office. Of course it's all gray. I'm like, oh. I was trying to get a little
gray.
life in there.
Gray, blue is my favorite color. Gray is my favorite
Neutral.
Pantone. I don't know, monotone.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does look very nice. It just, yeah.
All right.
I would like a little life.
Yes. All right. Sorry. Let's. We got really off track here.
We
But
did.
Hopefully
What
that
else
was
is new?
entertaining. I almost slapped my wife in the face with
My
a fly
gosh.
swatter.
Isn't that
Okay.
entertaining for me?
Ray, I mean, I know you can't raise your hand, but did anybody else get spanked with a fly swatter?
Fly swatter?
Oh yeah, that's what my
No.
dad used to.
With a fly swatter?
Oh yeah, like this exact model.
Did it hurt?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It
like
hurt.
that doesn't seem like
You
it's
know
gonna
what,
hit
like,
this part or this part.
Well, it would start with the end, and Pops, if you're watching, no hurt feelings. It would start with the end, but
Did he do it when he was angry or not? You're not supposed to do it when you're angry. But
I'm not gonna say that or not. But at times, the head would fly off, and there might have been a few more swings with like,
Just
I mean, come on, this was the '80s. Like it was
What did you
okay.
do?
Like it wasn't like he didn't
I'm
like
covering that.
beat me. Like he didn't abuse
No.
me. It was like
Yeah.
I did something bad.
I knew kids
and
that
I was getting a spanking. And it was
Right.
or I'd get the belt or something. But on
belt.
Oh yeah, I had the belt a few times.
See, for me, it was
But
always.
it was always, it was on the bottom. Like you wouldn't like
No.
hit me in the face or anything. It was
Well,
like
that's good. No, for my sisters and I, we always got the wooden spoon.
oh, you heard that story, right? My mom. So my mom had to get. My mom's like the sweetest. She's like super tiny. She's
It's
like
like 5 feet tall.
she's on a good day. 10 years ago, she was 5 feet tall. She's like 4'11" now, and
So you better not say that.
they're gonna be so mad at me. They watched. So sorry guys, I love y'all. My sister was like being bad, like super bad. I think this was in Virginia when we were on a trip because my dad was not around, and
Oh my god.
and
Aaron, all the dirty laundry right
my
now.
mom got she had this wooden spoon and she like hit my sister on the butt with it and it broke. And like, we're like, oh. And I think my sister laughed at her.
I could totally see that though.
Sorry.
No, we did not have a fly swatter. We did the wooden spoon.
we
I
got the
don't
fly
think it
swatter.
ever broke. I think we had a paddle at one point. I think my mom had
never
an
had a paddle.
actual paddle.
I
But
should
that
make
again
I should make a paddle out of
was-
the.
no.
We haven't.
We don't spank our kids. But like
we
that.
did spank them at one time.
Well, we did, but
Macy
that
never-
was
I mean, there
so
was,
long
like,
ago.
I
Like,
think our oldest got like 2 or 3, and our middle guy probably got 1, and
right. And then we were like, we're done. Like
the
we
daughter
just-
got 0.
The daughter didn't get any. Yeah. Anyway, but it's been like so long, I kind of forget that we ever did. But we had a paddle. But that was the thing in the 80s. Like, I feel like if any other 80s kids out there, or like kids when you were young or further back, I swear, like everyone had a paddle. But yeah, we didn't get it a lot. But I knew kids growing up where they had to go out and pick a switch off the tree.
And you had to you couldn't pick it too small because
No.
they like.
And that
pick a
always
bigger
seems
one.
so
Yeah.
much worse to me. That's like mental.
I feel like you have to live in
gotta
the
go
sticks
out there and
to do that. Well, like
Well,
FTBT tool
yeah.
work. They're having Lori said if we had the brand name, it should be Me Tools instead of like Me Nails.
I like it.
Me Tools.
if we sold nails, we could just call them me nails.
Yes, yes. All right. What do we have here? Amazon was going out of their mind. They say, Zoolander. Thank you, Scott. I mean, guys, I am not joking. My brain is Swiss cheese. I just like.
You need to stop
lose.
doing
I-
Tetris at night and start doing jigsaw puzzles or something. That's
I'm in.
although that's
I'll
like
do-
you have to really think about that though.
Yeah, I don't know. What, do you guys do any memory apps? I need some. I need some.
Ooh, yeah.
I've heard there's one that's called. Of course, I can't remember the name.
How appropriate.
It's like
gosh. I will look up-
Brain Whiz or something. I don't know. There's
Cheese
There's not
Whiz.
Thinkific. That's like a online teaching thing. But there's Bright Time. I don't know.
There's Elevate, Lumosity,
No.
Memory Matches 2. That looks like fun. Elevate again.
Yeah, no. I don't know. No,
I don't
those
know.
same.
These look awesome.
All right, I'm getting some. I'm getting some brain games.
There's like a hidden objects thing, like hidden
Oh, no, hidden
pictures.
objects. It's like highlights.
Oh my gosh, I loved that when I was a
I
kid.
love highlights.
That would be so much fun.
All right.
IQ.
Let's see what do we have. Agreeable Gray, Robbie Flair. No, Robbie Flair hated it. He says Agreeable Gray.
Yeah, it was agreeable gray.
Teresa raised the hand. Will, that's a good question. How many rooms are left in the house to renovate? Interestingly enough, the office, we were talking about this, the office was the last room,
It still has it.
the
though.
last like major room
like
in
actual
the house
room, yeah.
that still had the contractor beige.
Yeah.
So it had never been repainted since it was built.
Right.
We have several closets and
I'd love to paint them
and
all.
I've painted, and actually most of the garage
Right.
has been repainted actually, but kind of the same color.
And when we moved in
But
our
yeah,
house,
the office was the last room that had not been painted.
there were quite a few rooms because we're the second owners, I think, and at least second.
Yeah.
But there were quite a few rooms that weren't painted. So yeah, it's it's coming along. But that is not the same thing as rooms that need to still get done.
We have a few.
Yeah, I mean, or
our bathroom.
Project, yeah,
Right,
for
so-
sure. Our bathroom.
But our bathroom, the boys have a Jack and Jack bathroom.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill.
I like that.
Jack and Jack.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, that's our front room,
Our front room is like
which is
it's
like
got
it's like a workout room slash.
It doesn't know what
it's
it is.
everything. It used to
a
we used to call it the
catch-all.
playroom.
But then even our family room, there are so many
great
projects
room,
that
yeah.
need
We
to
have,
happen
we have an open layout,
in there.
so-
Yeah, like we need to do built-ins,
We do.
like real built-ins.
We have we have a lot of nice living space in the house, which is great.
Right.
And it's all kind of like a bit oversized, so it's like I wish we had like one more room. My buddy, my best friend he's got like
the
3 or
best
4
layout.
more. His house, I think it might even be slightly smaller than ours.
I don't know
But it's
how.
got like 3 or 4 bedrooms more. It feels like it lives so much bigger than ours because we just have like oversized. Like that's the worst when you have like
Yeah.
just oversized.
Our dining
like,
room
our
is
dining
silly
room,
big.
Like why do I need I don't even know how big it is. It's like 18. No, it's 16 by. It might be like 16 by 18. It's like
Yeah.
I don't need a dining room that's 16 by 18. Give me a dining room that's like 16 by 12 or 14 by 12, and then put that into and
Yeah.
then take the same amount from 2 other rooms and give me another room.
But it's not. But yeah, so we
don't have
definitely
that.
have,
So
plenty
we have enough.
of projects to go.
Yeah, and we'll probably
Yeah.
come around to some old ones after that.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, by that time it'll be time to update the things we've already done.
Okay. What else do we have? Oh, we got we got some talk about the paddles and putting holes in the paddles for some good aerodynamics.
Yes. Oh no, and I remember when I was in elementary school, the principal had a paddle. Did your principal have a paddle? Like it was
Not that
sitting
I-
out. I think it had the elementary school name on it. Maybe. It was like
Did it
school
have
sign
like?
on there. Yes.
Did it have
yes.
like X's on it or something? Like how many people have?
No, but there was a
gotten the
kid.
wrath
I
of the
feel so
paddle?
bad
like
for
you
him.
retired after 50
Yeah.
hits or something.
No, there was a kid. He lived a couple doors down from me, and he got in trouble a lot. And I think it was like just the rumor mill, honestly. But every time he went to the office, we were all convinced that he was getting a
his butt whipped.
spanking, and I
Yeah.
think he did sometimes. But I mean, just the fact that like in the 80s. They could just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna spank your kid. Like, I mean, I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
probably
Oh
got
my
parent
gosh, could
permission.
you imagine?
But no, I mean,
Some kid got spanked.
well,
Today's
if you
day and
touched
age.
my child, I'd be up at the school. Sorry, like no, it's a different time.
I want to give you guys a
wanna-
fair warning.
Hey, listen.
Don't ever say anything about our kid. Like, don't even joke. Mama Bear is like,
Okay, if somebody spanked our daughter, you're telling me you would not be up in the business real quick? Because you would be.
listen.
She probably kicked their butts. So. She's spunky.
Yes,
But
she is.
she's the baby too.
James says Tetris is good for the brain. I agree too. The community episode where Britta had to get a Switch. I don't remember that one, but
Oh, I don't think we got
we're-
that far
yeah,
into
we're-
it.
Community was one of those shows that we kind of just stopped watching. We didn't
I would
make it
like
all
to
the
go
way,
back
all
to
the way
it.
through.
It was fun.
Iron cord, broom, spatula. Oh gosh.
What was it?
They're talking. They're
Oh,
just all talking about
man.
different things they got spanked with. Here, Jonathan says luminosity is great.
Oh,
Tetris was the best training as a kid. That's right. I do a lot of what is the one I play? The
Tetris?
Candy Crush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone now, and pretty much
I'm
my
like
13-year-old just plays it sometimes because I've passed
It's
the
not
point
even
where
fun.
I
No,
can
it is fun. But
do it
I'm
anymore.
very OP in
OP.
Candy Crush. You don't ever listen to our kids, do you? OP.
The fly's back.
Oh.
Did you get him?
Oh yes.
The payoff. If you stuck around for the death of the fly, are you not going to show them? That's gross, honey.
Oh, it's only half of them. Oh my God. Okay,
That's
yeah.
even worse. No.
We're just laying on my phone.
Gross.
He was.
Just take my word for it. It's
Okay,
a dead fly.
I got him.
Gross.
I hope that'll be that's going to be the.
What if there's
Oh, it's
two?
right off screen. That's not going to be a good thumbnail. But that would be it. Just the swing. There is 2 now. He was literally perched on the edge. He was perched on the edge of the bench, and I literally
got
chopped
him.
him in half. That's fantastic.
Do you feel better?
I do.
What is OP? When
Overpowered
did they say this?
all the time. That's
OP?
man. Oh, so OP.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna hear it all the time now.
OP and spam.
Oh,
I spammed that
Cole-
button. I was just, dude, don't spam. Like, if you're like hitting anything a bunch, it's like spamming.
Well, I bet I get that one.
Yeah.
Cole said on the period or whatever the other day.
On period.
On period. I said it wrong.
That's like.
He said on period. We were like.
That's like. what would be the like 80s 90s of like on period?
Gosh, on period.
It'd be like.
Not totally.
And that's a fact, Jack. Like something like.
I mean, it's like.
It's like I'm done talking. Like on period.
Yeah, it's definitive.
Definitive.
Right. But he said it like
No joke.
in conversation.
No joke. Nothing. No joke. No joke. No joke.
Yeah.
No. For reals. For reals.
Reals.
On period, man.
On period. Yeah, that's fun.
All right. Let's see here. Do I 3D print anything for my shop? Simo, what's up, man?
Sometimes.
Yes, I do. I printed the dust collector, the connection on the back of the miter saw. Mm-hmm. I think people are definitely moving around up there. To go from the back of the miter saw so that I could do a tighter turn because everything that I had was kind of poking up too far. So I designed and printed one of those. And what else did I print? I printed a few things. I printed a lot of stuff for in the house.
Something for the.
Not so much in the shop.
Oh.
I
not for the dust
I
collector?
was doing some. I was
Like a
trying to make some
connector?
hooks and connectors for the slat wall system.
Oh, right.
Um,
Which looks very nice.
but I haven't done a lot for the shop.
No.
I want to do more. I might like do some of those battery dealios, and I was thinking about doing some pegboard holders actually, some like different customized things. But I love 3D printing. I 3D print a lot of stuff for the house, and like when I say for the house, just like more like computer parts and like different
Right.
stuff. So.
They're fun things for the kids.
But yes, things for the kids.
I
That's
like that
mainly
too.
what I do. Yeah, that's right, Scott. It says, as a content creator, running out of spaces to work on is an issue. And yeah, Mr. Build It, Alex Mazukin, he ran out of spaces, so he just bought a new house.
I
And
feel like
now
that's
they're
what
doing that.
happens. I feel like once we finish everything in this house, we'll move. Like,
Yes.
even though we've been debating forever.
Yes. Let's see here. Ooh, 3 yardsticks taped together, this as well. A second grade teacher. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
We just witnessed murder. Call 911.
It's so violent. Oh, jeez.
Sorry about that. Yes, listen. You can call PETA on me if you want. I will kill flies every day of the week.
I do think.
I do kill flies every day of the week.
I think that.
I just.
Let me be very clear.
Go ahead.
The SALT, SALT gun that I got you was like the best thing ever.
If you guys don't have one of those, you got to get one. It is amazing. So it's like
Yes.
you put table salt in it, and then it's like a pump action, and then.
I got it at Lowe's.
Oh, it works so great.
Yeah.
It's
That's
delightful.
Father's Day, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's delightful.
It was good.
Scott, STL file, the phone holder. It is. Well, it's not. So it's. Let's see. I'm just trying to think about this. The STL. Yeah, I would probably still do it in parts, right? So it's 4 parts. I don't because the laser file doesn't quite it wouldn't translate to 3D printing. But I could send it to you, and you can see if it. Like, I don't have the STL. I have the. But I have the not the CSV. SVG. I have the SVG of it, and you could use that to. No, because that's a flat file. Well, you would just extrude it. I don't know. I've not set it up for 3D printing. Is the answer because it's just a 2D. It's a 2D, and all this goes together. It snaps. So like all these little things, and that's what the 0.08 was. I was testing. It's like there's these little notches there, and the notches here, and then it just goes together like that. So, if I was going to 3D print these parts, you could do that. But again, you could because it's all 2-dimensional, and then you could just extrude it. So you could use the SVG and import that into wherever. Import it into Fusion and pull it up. You could import it into SketchUp and do that as well, I believe. All right. Katie says she needs to take you aside for OP. She's like, you don't know what OP is? Let's see here.
not.
Simo, what are my thoughts on liquidation pallets with tools that people sell? Some seem real iffy. Yeah, so if you don't, I'm sure you probably don't know this, but Susan could attest to this. No, the crew doesn't know this about me. I'm kind of I'm what would you call it?
I don't know what you were getting at. A
I'm an
deal finder?
what would you call it?
I don't know what you were getting at. A
I'm an
deal
entrepreneur. I'm a deal finder. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've been an entrepreneur at heart for a long time. And by that, I mean, I love buying stuff and selling it for a profit. So I like flipping things. Like I love either finding stuff for free and then selling it or buying it for cheap and then selling it. And so,
Are you going to tell them about the Total Gym?
oh yeah, I'll tell them about the gym. But one of the things I looked at for a while, I was like, man, I want to, they said that what happens is they have all these returns, and like a lot of these, say like Home Depot, they'll get a bunch of returns. Some will be RTV, which is return to vendor, but a lot of them, they just dispose of them. And so like that, and that I used to work in retail, that would be considered a damages, and a lot of times it will cost more to send that back and for them to repackage it, like they will lose money. Mm-hmm. And so instead of, that's how that happens. So instead they just say, okay, and what typically happens is the retailer will charge the vendor for it. So if you do want to return stuff, it's not the company who takes the brunt of it. It's the actual vendor, because they have to set aside a certain amount, a percentage of their sales. And that was part of my job. It's like I would hammer people and they'd be like, all right. And so it depended upon how high their damage rate was. And damages can be like somebody is in an aisle and they drop a bottle of hot sauce. Well, guess what? Like that gets charged to the vendor, not to the company. I know that sounds really weird, but and there's a rate, like, right? So if it goes too high, then the company takes on the burden. But
what if like the shelving collapses?
Doesn't matter.
The store has faulty shelving.
No, like an employee could come up and an employee could come over and just knock everything down.
And the vendor gets charged for that?
Yeah.
That's messed up. I'm just saying.
It's retail. What can you do? Anyway, and so that's how those pallets happen. And so what happens is, to get money back out of it, the retailers will then sell it to a liquidator at pennies on the dollar. And so that's how that works.
Who are these liquidators? Is this like how it winds
there
up
are
a bargain
large,
hunt or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah.
But and so that's how that happens. And I was like, oh man, this is fantastic. But it's like if you ever watch the Storage Wars, it's like buying storage lockers. You really don't know, like, now for these, like, you can see a lot of the stuff, but you don't know if it's like, was it just returned because somebody didn't like it
right.
and it just got tossed in there, or did somebody plug it in and like blow a fuse and like it, or fried it or whatever, or broke apart inside it. So it's kind of like hit or miss. I never bought them, but I definitely looked at them. But so they're legit in the sense that that's how those things occur. That's where they come from, in the most part. But that being said, I am 100% sure that there are companies who will buy a tractor trailer full of pallets, take out all the good stuff, put all the bad stuff, and rewrap it and kind of package it as Or they'll take the less desirable or less valuable products and then lump it with like maybe something that's expensive but they know is broken.
Oh.
Like that's the thing I would be worried about.
Yeah.
Is like that, that's not actually like a kind of luck of the draw, but it's more of like, we're giving you the junk. So I would, if anybody was considering buying any of those, I would just look at the seller and see if you can find reviews or whatever on,
shady,
whatever site you're buying it off of.
Tell them about the Total Gym.
Oh, Total Gym. If you know Chuck Norris, Total Gym, like, and Christy Brinkley, the Total Gym, the weight resistance, body weight resistance training.
Sort of that we had one in the basement at our old house.
I bought one because I thought it'd be cool because I got, Chuck Norris sold me. And like most people who buy any type of gym equipment, it was like 1 or 2 uses and then dust collector. Not the kind for woodworking.
Right.
And
just sat there.
And so I was like, I'm going to sell this thing. And so I got online and then
And this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Easy. Maybe longer.
10 to 15 years ago. I got online. I don't know, whatever. I got online and I went to sell it
like
on eBay.
eBay, yeah.
And I went to eBay to see how much they were selling for. And then I realized, I looked on there and there's all these parts. And I was like, wait a minute. And I look and it's like you could sell the whole thing for like $150. But then there's like a pulley for $20, and then like cables for $30.
You have to have someone local that's going to want to come get it because it's so big and heavy, the whole thing. Yeah.
So, long story short, I realized I could make way more money breaking it apart, selling it for the parts, which is true for so many things. And then I started buying them off Craigslist, breaking them down and selling them. And so every time I'd buy one for like $100, break it down, and like after all the pieces and parts were done, and after all the fees, I'd make like $300. And I did that for a while. I was like
For
buying
a long time.
I was
I feel
buying
like.
every Total Gym I could find.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, here, these are. I have a ton of TG bolts. That's Total Gym bolts.
Oh my
So
gosh.
all of these bolts. That's
If
another
you
nice
need a
thing.
Total Gym bolt,
Well, I mean, they're
We
just
got you
they're metric
covered.
bolts. So like,
I'm just
I know
saying.
I just call them because I've never really used a thread tracker or whatever to figure out what size they are. But yeah, when you break down stuff, you get a lot of extra bolts, and of course, I'm going to save those. So now
Right.
you guys know a little bit something extra about me. Total Gym bolts. Yeah, these are. I have a lot of, and
you
there's.
got 3 drawers of them.
I know. Well, and these are actually great. I've used these several times. So a lot of these are from the Total Gym. I mean, these are all from the Total Gym, but they're like different sizes, and I've used these quite a few times for different
It
things.
just keeps paying off.
Oh, it does. It's fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
So they're bushings. Starting to go through. There's. If
Is
you never-
this whole thing Total Gym?
a fair portion of it.
Wow.
Was I saying Total Boat?
No.
Okay, Total Gym. Bushings. Bushings are great. I mean, how many times do you need a bushing? I don't, because I got 5/16. I got.
He's got
quarter.
plenty of them. Yeah.
I hope this all is like everybody's starting to be like, I get it now. I get
But it
now.
makes more
Brad
sense,
is-
right?
no wonder
all so
this
clear
guy's,
to us now
this
about
guy's a
Brad.
lunatic. I dare you to eat the fly with the hot sauce.
Oh,
Steve
jeez.
Carmichael. I love that, Steve. I should. If it was like the bomb or the last, like this isn't. I need to go get
You
the
would not
Apollo
be eating that
because
fly.
it would like sit, like there'd be nothing left of the fly once the hot sauce hit it. It would be like it'd
gross.
kill it all.
That's gross.
I love it, Steve. That's
doing
fantastic. Welcome, by the way, Steve. I haven't seen you in a while. Robbie asked about the salt going everywhere on the salt fly
It's not that bad.
gun thing.
I mean, outside it's not a big deal.
Right,
but
I do it a
in
lot
the
outside.
house-
In the house, I make sure I'm doing it against kind of a backer, so I
Yeah.
don't just like shoot it in the carpet.
Right. He doesn't just spray it around the room or
It's
anything.
usually I try to like make it so I'm
Yeah,
shooting
I'm-
like towards the sink.
I
or
was kind of
something.
surprised by that though, because it's really not been that bad, and we are particular about that kind of stuff.
But it's worth
so,
it.
yeah,
It is totally.
it is
worth
really, it's very satisfying.
It is totally worth it. Okay, let's see here. All right, we'll wrap up some questions here because it is 9:30, but we'll see what we got here. What's the cutoff between manual labor versus power? Katie, what's the cutoff line between manual labor versus? I'm not sure I understand that question, Katie. What was that from? Manual labor versus power.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We're not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly. Let's see here. Simo uses his 3D printers to made a new trunnion for his knockoff Delta bandsaw. Oh, that's awesome, dude. A new trunnion? The trunnion. Trunnion is the trunnion, is that the trunnion? Like the guide that you do the angle adjustment on? That's the trunnion, right?
I'm just thinking of a Funyun.
Or is the trunnion the one that raises the blade up and down? It's either, or maybe it does both, like raising the blade up and down or swinging it side to side. That seems pretty heavy duty, man, for 3D printing. That's awesome. Katie was hacksawing. Oh, iron. Gotcha. On the iron. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Katie had she had some angle iron, 1/8-inch angle iron to cut, and she did it with a hacksaw. I was like, go get it, girl. But no, I would. I mean, not always. These days, if I have it on hand, I'm always going to go with the power tool because it's faster. So, I guess the question would be, if you didn't have something to cut it with, like what's the cutoff of like actually going and buying? But like, so the grinder, and I know, so Katie was saying like, oh, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to cut a straight line, and this is not a cutoff wheel. This is a grinding wheel, but cutoff wheel would be very similar to this, except just smaller. And it's actually pretty easy to keep a straight line with these, more than you would think. If you just do a layout line and then score it, because you can just go across it light, and then like once you have that line, you're good to go. But they're actually really pretty easy to keep a straight line with, or to follow a line for sure. So I almost, I'd go straight to it. I just skip the manual process as much as possible, unless I don't have the tool. And then if I do have the tool, if I don't have the tool and I need to buy one, it depends on what it's for. I mean, what's nice about owning a business now, it's like, I mean, I'll just go buy it because, it's a write-off for me, and I'll use it in other projects more than likely. I would say, I guess that would be my thing. If I need to have line of sight that I will definitely use it again at some time in the future, versus like, oh, I just need to cut these 5 parts. Like I'm going to go buy a metal cutting bandsaw. No, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But if I was like, yeah, I'll probably be doing this again, then absolutely, I'd just go ahead and buy it. All right, what else do we have here? Scott said that is the purest definition of a side hustle. Yes, it is. It was.
It made you happy though.
Oh, it was so fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it. I would sell it all on eBay, so I didn't have to like go meet people or anything. And it was all like little. I'd package it because it was a lot of like pulleys, and it was just like the stuff you'd never think that you would sell. Like.
And it was kind of nice because like people needed these parts.
Right.
And,
something wears out. And, like
so
the
we
cables.
felt good about that.
Yeah. I tried to sell the. I tried to sell like the backs to them, like the padded backs, but it was like, that was a pain in the butt because it was too big. And so that's the whole thing. Like you want small stuff that you can ship for cheap.
Right.
And those are like way too big. So I ended up just
memories
having to get rid of those. All right. Woodworking show at Woodcraft next month, Jimmy St. James. Jimmy, I am not. I don't even know which one you're talking about, if that's at a specific one or a general. I used to go to the general one that was in Columbus. I went once. Did we go twice? Once or twice, I can't remember.
Was it when we were in Ohio?
No, when I went up there.
Oh, yeah.
Was that twice? I
thought that was Cleveland.
No, I did go twice.
So
no, okay, here, I think I was supposed to go twice, and I think they canceled it because like stuff started going crazy. Anyway, doesn't matter. But no, I don't have any plans to go to that because I honestly don't know what you're talking about, which one. So I have not been let in on that one as of yet. Tim Prince, do I build cabinets for local customers? No, I do not.
We don't.
I build nothing for anybody except for my wife and occasionally my parents.
Right. That's about it.
That's literally about it.
I mean, eventually, like we were saying earlier, when we have all the cabinets that we need in this house, then we're gonna have to branch out or something.
We get asked. It varies, but
I
think it was like a year ago. I feel like a year ago, it was like every other week. Like somebody's like, oh hey, like whenever Susan's talking to somebody or meeting somebody new, and they'll be talking about, hey, what do you do? She's like, oh well, like my husband and I do this woodworking thing. So it's like.
It'll
Depends
come out
upon how it
like
goes.
a little bit later on.
Like, oh, he's a woodworker.
Or something, yeah.
And they're like, well, can he build me a new dining table?
Because, or can he refinish this old antique piece of furniture for us? I'm like, no.
Yeah, like,
but
no. Somebody's walking by the house and they're like, hey, are you the guy that does the woodworking in his garage? And I was like,
I forgot about that. Like, maybe?
Yeah?
Why do you need to know?
And then he was like, oh, I talked to your neighbor. I was like, oh man, like I thought it was like somebody from the HOA or something being like, you can't do woodworking.
Yeah.
But no, they were a friend of one of our neighbors and was like, oh yeah, he was telling me about, and I was like, oh yeah, and he was like, can you fit? It was like repairing some old, repairing a rocking chair. I was like,
I mean, I get it though, because if you don't have a person that you know that can do that, of course you would ask, right? Because and then like especially around here, and I'm sure this is true everywhere. It's expensive, right? Like to find someone to make custom whatever for you or repair things. But we don't. But like actually, I had a girl hit me up last week. Remember?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I just sent it to my buddy Matt, and he's like,
right, that's nice. Now that we have a person that
if you need anything in the Nashville area.
Yeah. Yep, he's great.
Let me know.
So hopefully that works out for them.
Oh, Jimmy, the actual Nashville Woodcraft. Gotcha. No, I was talking with. I was in there the other day buying the poplar, and they didn't mention anything.
Well, did you see that dude too?
Yeah, I know the store owner, Aaron. Yeah. He didn't mention anything, so I'm not. I'll have to check that out. But is it this week or next week? If it's this week, I am out of town. So
right.
But anyway,
no problems there.
All right, cool. Katie, thank you so much for the super chats. Make a note.
Thank you so much.
We need beer and to reference Katie.
Putting it on my note right now.
The sorted thing or something.
If I don't write it down, I will forget.
It is.
That's
all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And if you've not seen the video yet on the new office cabinet to hide my dirty little secret of the disaster of an office, go check it out. It's up there on the YouTube channel. And we will catch you guys next week and get out there and build something awesome this week. Have a great week. See you guys.
Bye.